Hold on to your seats, Canucks Nation. The management is working the phones, and trade rumors are swirling like never before. JT Miller could be on the move, and with several teams showing interest, including the Dallas Stars and Carolina Hurricanes, the stakes are high. What will the Canucks get in return, and how will this impact our chances this season? The tension is palpable, and you'll want to be part of the conversation. Subscribe now and give us a like to ensure you're always updated. On the biggest news from the Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks are in an intriguing position right now, folks. The latest buzz is all about JT Miller and the team's desire to make a significant trade. But here's the catch. Finding a willing trade partner has proven to be quite the challenge. Under the leadership of President of Hockey Operations Jim Rutherford and General Manager Patrick Alvin, the Canucks are known for their aggressive approach. Yet, despite their efforts, they're struggling to align with other teams to pull off this move. Over the weekend, we heard that the Canucks were on the verge of a deal with the New York Rangers. Things looked promising, but ultimately, that trade fell apart. Elliotte Friedman, a voice we all trust in the hockey community, mentioned on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio that while the Canucks are eager to make something happen, they can't force it without a willing partner. It's a tough spot to be in, especially after a disappointing season where the fans' hopes have already taken a hit. Now, let's talk about what the Canucks are looking for in return for Miller. There's a clear precedent set by the Winnipeg Jets when they traded Pierre-Luc Dubois to the Los Angeles Kings. The Jets received a substantial package, including Gabriel Velarde, Rasmus Kupari, Alex Iafallo, and a second-round pick. The Canucks are aiming for something along those lines, so it's understandable that they're being particular about what they want. But here's the kicker. The parameters of the deal with the Rangers unraveled over the conditions tied to a first-round pick, and now, it seems the Canucks are adjusting their expectations. Elliotte pointed out that the Canucks have shifted their stance from wanting a center to being open to futures, which signals a motivation to get something done. This is where it gets interesting. If you've got a team willing to negotiate, you have to make sure you're getting a deal that sets the team up for future success. The Canucks have been taking calls from various teams, including the Rangers, Dallas Stars, and Carolina Hurricanes, showing they're actively shopping Miller around. But it's essential to remember, no deal is done until it's done. It's been rumored that there are 3 to 4 teams that have permission to talk to Miller's agent, but the New Jersey Devils are not in the mix. As a passionate Canucks fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety about where this situation is headed. I mean, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, moving Miller could open up new opportunities and give the team a fresh start. On the other, he's a talented player who has contributed significantly to the team. It's a delicate balance, and I can't shake the feeling that the Canucks need to make a move soon, especially with the Four Nations approaching. The stakes are high, and the pressure is mounting. Every fan in Vancouver is holding their breath, hoping that the front office can nail this trade. The choices made in the coming days will undoubtedly affect the team's chances of making a playoff push and how we feel as fans. It's not just about immediate returns, it's about the long-term vision for this franchise. We want to see the Canucks not only compete, but thrive. And that means making smart, calculated decisions. The talk around the Vancouver Canucks is heating up, and as a die-hard fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety about the potential changes on the horizon. Reports are suggesting that the Canucks might be looking to trade JT Miller, and it's a development that could significantly redefine the team's future. You have to wonder, after everything Miller has contributed to this franchise, is moving on really the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Let's face it, Miller is an impactful player. In his time with the Canucks, he has been a point-producing machine, racking up 433 points in 399 games. His physical presence and playoff experience add a layer of grit that we've seen come in handy during crucial moments. But the dynamics in the locker room appear to be shifting. There are reports of friction between Miller and Elias Pettersson, and with coach Rick Tocchet benching him, it raises questions about Miller's future here. Is this the end of the line for a player who has been pivotal in recent years? If the Canucks decide to part ways with Miller, they will need to carefully consider the return. This is not just about swapping talent, it's about finding a trade that aligns with the team's long-term vision. Fans, including myself, need to analyze whether any potential deal would actually benefit us in the long run. How do we replace that level of offensive output? Can we find someone who can fill those big shoes? Now, if we pivot to the idea of acquiring a player like Dawson Mercer or Thomas Tatar in a potential trade, we must ask ourselves if that really addresses the issues we face. Sure, Mercer is a young, talented player, and Tatar brings experience, but can they replicate what Miller brings to the ice? We've seen glimpses of brilliance from both, but we need consistency at this stage. The stakes are too high, and fans know it. Furthermore, the Canucks have other intriguing pieces that could be on the move. Connor Garland could be a fantastic addition to any lineup, offering speed and tenacity. His ability to get under the opponent's skin is something we've always admired. But again, trading away proven talent for potential could leave us with more questions than answers. Can we afford to lose Miller and not feel the impact immediately? As I think about the road ahead, I can't help but feel the weight of our recent history. We've seen this team struggle with consistency, and the decisions made now could either propel us back into contention or set us back even further. The front office has a delicate balance to strike. They must consider both the immediate needs of the team and the long-term implications of any deal they make. I want to hear from you, Canucks fans. Do you think trading Miller is the right move? Are we ready to give up on a player who has shown us so much? Or should we look towards a different strategy altogether? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. It's an emotional roller coaster, and every decision weighs heavily on our hopes and dreams for the team. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. As we navigate through this uncertainty, let's stand together as fans and keep the dialogue going. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with the latest Canucks news, and let's hope for brighter days ahead for our team.